Welcome to a world of laughs where humor knows no bounds. Enjoyed your stay? Subscribe, hit like, and keep the chuckles coming. Remember, laughter is timeless. Have you ever wanted to escape the hustle and bustle of city life? Meet Tom. For a quarter of a century, Tom was a part of the liquor business, a world that never slept. Day in and day out, he found himself caught in a whirlwind of demands, deadlines, and stress. The relentless pace of the city, the constant hum of humanity, it was like a weight pressing down on him, never letting up. Then, one day, he'd had enough. The noise, the stress, the endless chaos. He decided he didn't want them anymore. So he took a bold step, one that would change his life forever. He resigned from his long-standing job and purchased a vast expanse of land, 50 acres to be precise, in the remote wilderness of Alaska. His goal? To escape the constant hum of humanity and live a life of solitude and peace. Thus, Tom found himself in the solitude and peace of Alaska, with only a weekly visit from the postman and a monthly trip to town for groceries. Half a year passed in the blink of an eye. The solitude was refreshing, but Tom occasionally missed human interaction. And then one day a knock echoed through the wilderness. Lars, a man as rugged as the Alaskan landscape itself, stood at Tom's door. His beard, thick and wild, gave him a mythical woodsman appearance. "Hey there, I'm Lars. I live about 40 miles up from here. Thought I'd extend an invitation. I'm hosting a Christmas party this Friday evening around 5. You might want to join." Tom's heart warmed at the prospect of company. "Sounds fantastic, Lars. It's been quite lonely out here. Thanks for the invitation." But Lars had a few warnings. There would be drinking, possible fighting, and even some, intimate encounters. Tom's eyes lit up, and with a smirk he said, "Now that's something I haven't experienced in the past 6 months. Sounds like a proper party. I'll be there for sure." Just as Lars started his walk back, Tom remembered something. An innocent question, perhaps driven by his years in the city's social cocktail scene. "Wait, Lars, one more thing. Given the festivities and all, what should I dress in?" Lars, turning around, offered a hearty chuckle, the sound echoing through the crisp Alaskan air. His response, however, was not what Tom expected. "Honestly, Tom, it doesn't really matter," he said, a twinkle of amusement in his eyes. "Because it's just going to be you and me." Do you remember your first day at school? Picture this. The bell rings, signaling the beginning of the year, and in front of the class stands Miss Clara, her smile as warm as the spring sun outside. She decides to dissolve the nerves in the room with a little game, an introduction game. One by one the children stand, sharing their names and a snippet of their worlds, their fathers' professions. We hear about Lucy, whose father crafts homes both grand and modest. The class responds with a wave of applause, and Lucy retires to her seat beaming with pride. Then there's Mia, whose infectious enthusiasm fills the room as she talks about her father. He works in a towering building, a factory that churns out who knows what. Laughter ripples through the class, buoyed by Mia's vibrant energy. The game rolls on, revealing stories of doctors, farmers, shopkeepers, and then came Jack's turn. Jack hesitated for a moment and then shared about his father's profession. As the words tumbled out, a hush fell over the room. Jack's revelation was like a record scratch, halting the rhythm of the class. He shared that his father was a stripper, and not just any stripper, but one who worked in a gay bar. The room stayed silent, each pair of eyes wide and unblinking. Miss Clara, always the picture of grace under pressure, maintained her composure. She swiftly thanked Jack and smoothly transitioned to another topic, leaving the unexpected revelation hanging in the air. The rest of the lesson became a blur, but during recess Miss Clara felt it necessary to approach Jack privately about his father's profession. They sat together, the air between them heavy with unspoken words. Jack looked down, cheeks flushed. After a moment he confessed, "Actually, Miss Clara, my dad is a politician, but I was too embarrassed to tell anyone."